2024 year in review. You can find full details for everything on my site, breezingthrough.com. In February, I helped create the set for the Finding Nemo Junior musical at my daughter's school, and I created these coral reefs. There was a lot of help from student teachers and parents, and we all had so much fun doing this. This was my most viewed and liked project of 2024. 2024 was my year of doing epoxy projects. The first of those projects was a mug holder for my mom. She wanted to be able to hang all of her Polish pottery mugs in one place in her kitchen. The one problem being that it ended up being too long for my mom's kitchen, and I needed to make a smaller one for her. Still haven't decided what we're doing with this one though. The next epoxy project that I did was making a new table to go over my mom's washer and dryer in her laundry room. I absolutely love this wormy maple. It was so gorgeous. Filling all the holes in with epoxy and then topping it off with 2 coats of epoxy on top to make it nice and smooth. And then I built a frame for it to sit on top of. Obviously, I secured it to the frame, and the table does scoot out so that the washer and dryer can be serviced. The last epoxy project I did was an entry bench for just inside the garage door for my parents' house. I used a slab of cedar for this project, and I cannot tell you how much I loved this. I stained some 2x4s to match the color of the cedar, and then I built a frame for the cedar piece to sit on top of, and my mom ended up with this absolutely gorgeous piece. Now for the downloads that I made this year. So the first one that I created was the Going Shopping social story. This one was specifically to help my daughter while we were out shopping. I also introduced life skills, including taking a bath and tying shoes. The next download that I did was the ferry boat social story. I also did another life skill of brushing teeth along with a dental hygiene social story. And the last digital download that I created this year was the train trip social story. Now let's talk about travel. We spent June through December of 2024 living in Buenos Aires, Argentina for my husband's job. While we were there, we also went to Colonial de Sacramento, Uruguay, because that's just an 1.5-hour ferry ride away from Buenos Aires. Our next trip was to Iguazu Falls, which is in the north of Argentina, bordering Brazil and Paraguay. We got to see both the Argentine side of the falls and the Brazil side of the falls. When my family came to visit us in Buenos Aires in October, we did a day trip up to Tigre. Our last trip was to Patagonia. We went to Puerto Madryn on the east side of Argentina. We are now back home in Tennessee and are so excited for what's to come in 2025.